There are many ways to get a Windows 10 activation or product key, and they range in price from completely free to $309 depending on which flavor of Windows 10 you want. Of course, you can buy a key from Microsoft Online, but there are other websites selling Windows 10 keys for less. Your City Key is one of them. You can purchase Windows 10 keys, Microsoft Office keys, and many other software and antivirus keys with a very low price. Use the code TET to get 25% discount.
What's up guys, welcome to TechBaker. Today we have got the brand new iPhone 13 Pro Max in the house, of course in that beautiful Sierra blue color. We will be placing it against the best of Samsung, which is Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra in an epic speed test battle. So let's get right into it. We have the iPhone 13 Pro Max on the right and the S21 Ultra on the left. As always, let's begin with a quick boot up, so here we go. And in case you see guys don't know, the iPhone 13 Pro Max actually comes with iOS 15 right out of the box, so it is completely fresh, and we did do a complete reset on the S21 Ultra as well, just to keep things clean and simple. You can see the A15 understandably faster with the boot up speed. With the A15, Apple has further widened the gap of performance that it has compared to Samsung's Exynos chips. If we quickly check out the Geekbench 5 benchmark on both phones, you can see the crazy numbers difference we have between Samsung's current base chip and Apple's current base chip. It literally feels like Apple is almost a generation ahead of Exynos. But let's go ahead and see how those numbers will translate into real life performance. Now, as always, we are gonna kick things off with some basic stuff first, just to test out the animations and how these phones deal with some system based applications. We'll kick things off with the basic phone dollar application, and you can see it's just incredibly smooth on both phones. And finally, now we have 120Hz refresh rate on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, something we had on Samsung devices since last year. The playing field is even, but of course we still have the notch on the iPhone compared to the punch hole on the S21 Ultra. Next up, we have settings. We can see no difference at all. Let's move on towards the fun part of the test, which is the third-party applications, especially the game. So start things off with Subway Surfers on both of these two phones, and you can see Apple A15 just blazing through the application, but S21 Ultra not that far behind, so you can just quickly leave the application in there. Next up, we have TikTok, and that felt about the same on both phones. Super quick performance, and once again scrolling around feels really smooth, no issue whatsoever. Next step, we will be launching another game, Asphalt 9. And let's see if Apple A15 can really show the actual real life difference compared to what it was showing in the benchmark. So let's see, it is loading on both phones. I wish we had the Asphalt 10 by now, but we still have Asphalt 9. I think it's a bit old, so okay. So Galaxy S21 Ultra actually faster in loading up Asphalt 9. So pretty surprising result in terms of uploading in real life compared to the benchmark. Now let's quickly check out in the game. Loading time performance on both phones will be quickly launching the same stage on both devices, and let's see. Okay, so iPhone 13 Pro Max right there, that was really quick. S21 Ultra not that far behind, about a second late there. And as far as the performance, iPhone is obviously running it at 60 frames per second. Same thing with the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Both phones are perfectly capable of handling this game at the absolute maximum settings with, of course, 60Hz refresh rate. I used to see a 120Hz refresh rate update for the Asphalt 9 for latest smartphones. Now moving on to the next app we have, which is Quora, and that is a little bit quicker, I guess a little bit quicker on the iPhone. When it comes to loading up the actual content, the S21 Ultra did open the app first, but we saw the content first on the iPhone. So now, like I said, both phones are looking incredibly better. 120Hz madness I mean in 2021. If you are looking for a flagship phone or any smartphone that is above $400 to $500, like, you have to have 120Hz or at least 90Hz refresh rate on your phone. With the Instagram application, we just quickly tap and switch to the back camera. That also felt quicker on the S21 Ultra. Something that I like about the phone with the Instagram app is that you can actually switch to the ultra wide angle lens, something you can't do on Android yet. So if you were watching this video, please update your app for Android, or let me just quickly check out my own Instagram ID, open it up at the same time on both phones. Here we go. That was really quick, already loaded on both devices. No issues whatsoever, smooth performance. Next on the list we have YouTube, and that is faster on iPhone 13 Pro Max. A bit of a different feed. We have same account signed in but that's just YouTube. You can see quick looking really good on both phones. iPhone is slightly quicker with a YouTube application now. Next up we have Spotify, and that's about the same on both phones, just a tiny bit difference. They are in the game animations. Again, you guys at the judge. Here next on the list we have another game, one of my favorite on the mobile devices, that is also Adventure, and let's see which one takes the cake. Okay, S21 Ultra seems like it is definitely quicker with the load up. iPhone is taking its sweet time now. It may have something to do with the optimization because this is such a new phone, but you can see that S21 Ultra is doing incredibly well in terms of the real life upload, and the actual in-game performance also looks very good on both phones. No issues whatsoever. These are incredibly amazing device for handheld gaming. Next up we have the much requested PUBG Mobile on both phones. Let's see if the phone can show us a big difference or not. With this game you can see S21 Ultra once again blazing through the loading times. This is Exynos 2100 model, not the Snapdragon, so let's see which one actually loads it up quickly. I think the S21 Ultra is done. We have this kind of promotional thing, but it was definitely quicker in loading up. This game compared to the iPhone, which is again very surprising considering the difference, but we have seen in the benchmarks. Now taking a look at the graphics on both phones once again, iPhone has this extreme frame rate option along with Ultra HD graphical setting, something that we can't do even after a year of Exynos 2100. Well, not year, it's been almost 6 or 7 months. We still don't have the Ultra HD option for the Exynos 2100 model, and of course we don't get the extreme frame rate option. Hopefully we will see an update regarding that in the future. Let's go ahead and check out the actual in-game performance. Next up we have the video rendering speed comparison in Adobe Premiere Rush application. Let's quickly load up the same video on the timeline, and that is actually faster on the Galaxy S20 Ultra. But as far as scrolling the timeline is concerned, you can see the iPhone is actually doing better, showing me the bit by bit frame. If we just look at the video on the iPhone, just notice that how the S21 Ultra is a bit choppy, whereas iPhone is just so frame by frame moving smoothly. That's the true power of Apple A15. This is the scenario when you are actually going to see a major difference. So I'm just gonna apply this cinematic filter on both those clips. Time to render this video in 1080 pixel, not the 4K because I haven't purchased this application, but you can see that iPhone is just blazing through this process. Look at that. This right here is the real performance difference between Apple A15 and the Exynos 2100. This is the real actual showcase of those benchmark numbers, not the applications that we were launching before. And you can see Samsung has a lot more work to do. Hopefully with the AMD GPU things will be a lot better. Okay, Samsung is done, and it took about almost a minute. I guess now time for a browsing test. We have wikipedia.org on both phones, and that is I guess slightly quicker on the iPhone 13 Pro Max once again. Zooming in and out, looking incredibly smooth on both devices. Next up we have the www.com, and that is definitely quicker. Okay, that is very close on both phones, but I think the iPhone may be quicker with actually loading the content, whereas Samsung goes quick on the website. Again, both devices are super quick, neck to neck. With the performance, you guys are to judge here. Now let's open one more website, which is samable.com, and here we have the iPhone. No, actually Galaxy S21 Ultra completely loading the website, whereas iPhone took this refresh because of the ad. Again, just a slight difference there. Now let's go ahead and check out the RAM management on both of these two phones. So we will start off with the initial Geekbench app that we had in the memory. Let's see, both phones seems like they both are keeping it in the memory without any refresh. Moving on, we have phone dialer, still they are setting. Subway Surfers, that is still there on both phones. You can pick up where you left. Moving on, we have TikTok. iPhone has still kept in the memory. Okay, so we had like a slight refresh on the S21 Ultra. iPhone going perfect with the RAM management. Asphalt 9 is still there. And okay, so that's the full refresh of the app on the Samsung. So iPhone actually still kept the application in the memory. We just have this network refresh, whereas this is a full-on complete launch of the app. Next we have a Quora, is still there. Spotify, Alto, that is still there on the iPhone, but got refreshed on the Galaxy S21 Ultra. So iPhone, even with its 6GB of RAM on iOS, is crazy good with optimization. The S21 Ultra, despite its 12 gigs of RAM, is still refreshing some applications. So that's it for the speed test comparison between the iPhone 13 Pro Max and Galaxy S21 Ultra. Definitely when it comes to the numbers, and of course when it comes to things like video rendering and RAM management, iPhone is absolutely blazing through Samsung's best phone, which is the S21 Ultra, rocking Exynos 2100 chip. All in all, the real comparison of the iPhone 13 Pro Max is with the Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is coming with the AMD GPU, but I am happy to see that the S21 Ultra is still keeping up good in terms of the real life performance. Let me know what you think about this test in the comment section below. Are you shocked or are you not shocked? Drop your thoughts in the comments. With that being said, I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please feel free to share with your friends.